Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to an episode of Total War Arena. So, we are back with our Tier 7 Barbarians. Yes, so last time we played them, I didn't have these guys fully, these women fully upgraded, but I loved them all the same. I thought they were a fantastic unit, great combination of speed and mobility, you know, like the Tier 6s and the Tier 5s before, and I think they kept a lot of what made them really good, and so I really enjoyed them. But obviously with the this unit getting to the final sword that I wanted, it's actually quite a trick because you have to go all the way around through the helmets, through the body armor and the shields. And, you know, bear in mind the shield was 29,000 experience and the sword was 29,000 experience. Body armor was 14,000. You know, so we're sort of 60 odd experience, 1,000 experience into this unit to unlock some of this equipment. So, yeah, that was kind of a little bit strange in a way that you can unlock weapons pretty early on. Of course, you could go for the barbaric longsword early on. That has possibilities, but I think running them with Vercingetorix is kind of pointless because the impact damage, that plus 20 impact damage when you're just using it with a harass, really won't make a lot of difference, won't make much improvement. If you were running them with Boudica, then I think it would be worthwhile because, you know, combined with the Fury and the Ambush, you'd get a really high impact damage and it would make it sort of a viable option. But with Vercingetorix, no point. And this sort of sword down here, the actual melee attack that it gets 15 is actually really quite significant because that puts our melee attack now up to 119, I believe. What it was earlier. Yep, 119. And our weapon damage up to what, 252? That's really good now. It's a really solid sort of statistics that I would like to see. And yeah, really making them competitive now. They should start to see the extra damage, I think, in matches when fighting in the units. On top of that, obviously you get a choice of the two shields. I don't think it's really a choice in my opinion. The first shield is just clearly superior. So for the second shield, you're sacrificing 6 missile block chance to gain a bit of charge deflect. But more than that, you're losing shield armor. You're losing 3 shield armor just to gain 2 shield melee defense. And while shield melee defense is nice, don't get me wrong, you know, it's not great any benefit over the shield armor to the shield melee defense. While they do different things, the ultimate outcome is kind of similar. So I don't think it makes much difference, but the missile block chance is important. You know, these guys don't have a lot of missile block chance. 38, 48, 49 with the good shield is at least respectable. They'll stand a chance of, you know, reducing the amount of damage they're taking from missiles because there's no abilities and no test judo, there's no shield screen, nothing like that. No fight in the shade that's going to help this unit when they're being shot at by arrows. So yeah. The other final thing I wanted to point out, and we will get into a game in a minute, is the fact that some of the equipment is transferable. In the end, I cheated with this sword here because I did it through the War Dogs because it's the same weapon. So some of the stuff does cut and jump across, which is kind of nice. Makes things a little bit easier. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're now fully upgraded with them. So I am going to hop into another battle and let's see if we can wreak some havoc with these guys. So, we are loading into battle with our Andratas swords. I've picked here to go down in the forest at the bottom. Obviously, forest, barbarians, makes sense. Gives me my, obviously, forest modifier. We have got some Romans with us. Okay, good unexpected. Hopefully, are they the heavy variant? They are. That's not going to be such a good place for him to be going into the forest because he's going to get, wow, a whole range of debuffs. So yeah, probably be better if he didn't come this way. We have also got some foot companions and some archers. Cool. Oh, we've got a bit of a mix of stuff going this way. So yeah, could be pretty good. So let's just keep pushing this on. It's going to push up hard. We get pretty good visibility with these Andratas swords. So if we see anything too much, we can always decide to pull back. Hopefully, we'll run into some heavy Roman infantry. Should be able to beat them, I think. So yes, we might run into nothing. I mean, you really hit and miss sometimes these forests. Sometimes people come this way, sometimes people don't. And sometimes you run into the bulk of the enemy team in the forest, so I never quite seem to know. But so far, it's looking fairly empty, it's got to be said. Okay, some spearmen. I mean, that would be a fight I would take. Heavy forest, yeah. So, cool. The archers I don't like. Where are our own archers there? Okay, well let's... Are we getting anything else coming up? Well, Veteran Legion is coming up. I'll take this clump of spearmen, you see. They're not very well positioned because they're clumped together. Something chronic. But these armoured legionaries are adding a bit too much to the mixture, you see. I might just burn these guys. Oh, no, stop. Did I deploy? Oh, I did. Damn. Was not so good. Okay. If we're going for it, let's go. I'm going to go for these hoplites. Don't get caught too much on my own flame if I can, please. You guys pull around this way. I'm going to send one unit straight at these hoplites. Get stuck in. Slam, roar, iron discipline, defiance. Next unit, go around, flank him. First flank modifier. No, stay in the fight. First unit, get round. You go in, slam, roar, iron discipline, defiance. And then fire the final unit. This is where we're going to get flanked by the Romans, you see. And this is where our problems are going to lie. We're now in. We're now fully committed to this fight. Iron discipline, that. Okay, let's see what we can get any flank modifiers on. We're -7. I'll take -7. I'm just ignoring the Roman heavy infantry behind me, just on the basis that I just can't do anything about it. These guys are pushing really hard to try and drive me out. It's working, frankly. Let's use a shield bash, try and keeping these people contained. There we go. There's the first rout. Start to work them down. Let's get our roar off to try and keep them routing, because that's really what we need. We've got a lot more friendly infantry pushing into this fight now. We're taking heavy casualties, though. These archers are a real problem. Really like someone to be able to kill them. But you know, nothing we can do at the moment. It'd be nice to be able to finish off some of these spearmen as well. Let's turn our attention to this guy. We're going to get our flanking modifier on him. Pop off another one of our routing mechanics. And let's focus on the final unit. And then we're probably going to make a run for it, to be honest, if these guys will die. Let's go our shield bash. Oof, big hits. I think we've lost too much of the flanking modifier on him. It may be just time to get out though. Or we could go for these Romans, having said all that. Are they in vengeance? Yes, they are. Let's get out. Let's get out. Should have shield bashed before I ran. That was an error. And let's chase down these archers if they're just going to stand there. I'd rather they hadn't have routed. Shield bash if we can. Keep going. Push through. Go for an iron discipline. Shield bash. Go for a routing modifier. Not talking much. Really focused. This is a really intense bit. We're picking up lots of fights. We are pretty much committed to death now. I've accepted that my units here are not going to come out of this one alive. But that's fine. The amount of damage we're getting in is sufficient for it to not be a massive problem for me. There we go. Good. We're getting really good damage. We damaged those archers quite a lot as well, which was a critical one. And, if nothing else, brought their fire out of the game, which is what we really needed to do. It's still going in like a really close battle, though. It's really kind of turning against us, which is kind of disappointing. When I've sort of thrown everything into this, I feel like we should be winning. We're going to get our Defiance back in these guys in a minute. Back on. We're going to rout with them, though. We'll get our slamming. No, we can't go slamming because we're obviously in Defiance, so we're silenced. I forgot about that. There goes Vercingetorix himself, and we're now being peppered from behind by these archers as well. We're going to get our slam. Get a last little bit of damage in, but unfortunately it is not going to be enough to bring this battle back. As a shame, we didn't get enough of those archers probably to get full damage either. But there we go, we gave it a good shot. People are knocked down on the floor. Might be enough to get one funny. No, it's not going to quite be enough to rout one of them, is it? A very small amount of damage before we finally bite the dust. Okay, well, is there any hope of this battle coming back into our favour? Well, it certainly doesn't look like it, unless our skirmishers do significantly better against these enemies. Silly mistake, you know, he has a ray shield. Please use your ray shield when you're fighting enemy ranged units. It is well worth it, the amount of damage reduction. And he can kind of do with clearing this corner a little bit better as well if he wants to get clean hits on these enemy velites. There we go, it's a little bit better. Still quite a cluster of these enemy ranged units though there in the centre that he really needs to deal with. He's going to probably get some hits on these armoured legionaries if he so desires. But really, the real threat in this situation is this massive clump of enemy javelins. Unless we can take them out now, then I think it's going to be game, set and match. And he doesn't seem to be keen to get involved with them. Got some cavalry coming. I would have thought they would notice the situation. Yeah, those enemy Velox playing quite well compared to ours, unfortunately. Come on, man. Target the enemy javelins, please. Oh, with a hesitation. No, no, it's not working. Oh, God. Sometimes. I think we have probably lost this. It could be brought back. We've done well, but okay. There's a targeting on the enemy javelins. Come on. There's some more enemy javelins on your right. Don't forget about them. Oh no, we've got a bit sidetracked. We've got some enemy javelins. He's still not got raised shields on, but they did turn their back to him, so that was helpful. Okay, come on. We could actually win this. There's hope yet. Was going to take a volley there. No, the enemy javelins didn't actually go for him. He's retreating again. I'm not quite sure why. He's getting himself in quite a lot of danger at the moment. And he can't actually see the enemy javelins. He's still not got raised shields on. Perhaps he doesn't know he has the ability. There we go, getting some hits against the enemy, but he's going to be rear flanked now by the enemy. I can't watch. I can't. Let's look at someone else. Oh. It's going well over here as well, apparently. As they get charged into by some... Oh, no, they're not. I thought they were... They tricked me with their infiltration. They did a good job. Yeah, those Gugunia chargers are going to have a bit of a tough time against some of these Greeks. If they get the charging. And then obviously these Gugunia chargers are so lightly armoured. They just get so brutalised by the enemy archers. They take such a phenomenal amount of damage. Oh, and that Anfield as well. Just to top off their bad luck. Oops. They have my sympathies. We still have a good amount of legionary cavalry left alive, but I don't think it's realistically going to be able to fight these Romans very well. Ooh, those Romans turned at the wrong time. Ooh, a big hit there from the legionary cavalry. They're just taking the charge and pulling out, by the looks of things. But there's now getting quite a bit of enemy stuff in our base. I think they're going to start to cap out fairly quickly. Well, if those legionaries go back in, they will anyway. Have we just got this cavalry left alive? I think we do. I think it's our last unit left in this match. Where are they going to go to next? So they're going to pull out here. They're going to get visibility. Oh, there's some Romans there though. And the problem makes them charge early. Yeah, it didn't really work so well. Those Romans did quite an effective job of sort of screening. And now they're going to have to face off against all the javelins, which is going to toss them down. It's going to be super effective against these, what are normally quite well-armoured Roman cavalry. Going to take some heavy damage, which they are. These guys should have really good body armour values. Yeah, 165, pretty heavy. Continuing to throw in. And, oh, and some Greeks coming to the back. Oh dear, and we cap out. So that is game, set and match for that one. Well, that didn't go quite according to plan, but I think we still gave it a fair fight. This unit's just so good at sort of getting in and flanking people like that, particularly against targets when they make an error like those enemy spearmen. Obviously, they clumped themselves together massively, which was a huge mistake on their part, and then enabled me to sort of target them individually and just easily outmaneuver them. Because, you know, they can't adjust quickly enough to adjust to the fact that they're being hit from the front, the side and the flank. Combined with the raw, makes it relatively easy to rout people. You saw even, you know, with being in the forest as well, that worked quite well because those Roman heavy infantry, which would normally be a really menacing threat, engages in the rear. And yes, they did a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but we were able to ignore them for quite a long time, and they weren't able to rout us, they weren't able to cut us down that quickly, and they were in vengeance as well. So, you know, in the rest of the situations, this unit is absolutely fine in quite tough engagements. Anyway, I think we should probably have another battle. I would like to try and end on a win, maybe. So let's queue up for another battle and see if we can actually win this one. So we are loading in on Capua. I'm inclined to spawn round on the outside. Bit more sort of suitable for the Barbarians. We do have a small sort of snippet of forest over here on that sort of the outside leg. Depends on what sort of comes down this middle section. Don't really want to be going into town with heavy infantry and stuff, particularly with this map where everything's a road. And, you know, fighting anything, any sort of heavy infantry unit is really tough going. So yeah, I think we'll go this way and see what we bump into. We may have some camera. May have some friendly war dogs coming this way as well. We're better to get into the forest early on, so then we at least get the cover of it. Very nicely collided into something. So we've got some enemy cavalry, enemy tier 6 Romans. I doubt they're going to be coming into the forest, or that would be very stupid if they did. Surely they're not going to... Ah, shit. I really thought for a moment there they might. That would have been perfect for us, because it would be quite easy to ambush them, get our slam off, slow them down, and try and pin them down and get as much damage on them as we can early on in the game. So we've got some... Oh, we've just got every unit of Barbarian going. Falksmen, infantry... Oh. Come, baby, come, baby, come, baby. Early charge, now. Bit too early. Slam if we can. Come on, let me slam. There we go, we got the slam off, they slow down. We're not going to get that much damage on them before they regain the movement again. Just want to try and get through them as quickly as I can to get as much damage on them. Cut down these people. We've got, what, 3, 4, 5,000 maybe? Yeah, 4,000 on one unit. That's not so bad. Now, we'll keep out of the way of those slingers. So we get a little bit of early damage on. At least we damage some of those Romans, which can actually be quite a tough cavalry. So probably no bad thing to start to knock them down a little bit early game. For some reason, they seem to still want to play around the forest, despite their previous experience of this. But there we go. If they want to do it again, they're more than welcome to. So someone's gone for an unleash of their war dogs. I'd probably take these two in a fight. They're a Boudica. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind them. I'm nervous of spears here. There was a unit of slingers. At least there's only one unit of slingers. And we can't really just stay here, so I think we've got to start to make some moves. I think. There's not a lot here, which doesn't help either. Is that friendly cavalry? It is being chased by some enemy cavalry. Okay. They're going to find themselves in trouble. They can run to me if they want to. Break a unit off, take the risk. Actually managed to get the charge off, amazingly. Let's keep chasing down these guys, and if not, we can rear flank these enemy infantry, so it doesn't really matter how it goes. So let's pull up, pull up. Oh, we got stunned by something there. Come on. Let's go for the rear charge. Give me a rear flank on something, please. There's the thing. There's the roar, and there's the rout on their enemy infantry. So what have I got? My shield bashes are all back. So we're racking up a lot of damage, cutting these guys down really quite quickly. Let's turn our attention on this other unit. We should be able to get a flank on them as well. Pop our roar. Should be enough to rout them. It is -9, so long as they hold in that current situation. And now a ton of war dogs are going to get stuck in as well. Go for the shield bash because they're stuck in the middle, so we just cut them down so quickly. Good. It's a good start. It's exactly what these barbarians are really designed to do. Which is their natural sort of fighting position in this sort of biased sort of situation. Right, I'm going to run forwards and get some flame straight into here. That's really what we want to be doing. Preferably like onto their slingers if we can, like that. It's good because then they've got to move, they've got no choice. Let's try and push around properly onto these guys. Try and get in and amongst them. Let's go for the flank. Ooh, we might actually get a rout here. Not really what I had intended to do. Ah, there we go, they've recovered their flank. It's a bit unfortunate. Oh, there we go, there they go, they're routing. They're now going to run through the flames as well. So am I a little bit, but I'll risk a little bit of friendly damage. I don't mind too much. Hopefully they'll be running out soon. Get some stuff into this guy. Straight in with the slam on his furious swordsman. What can we do? Let's bring a unit round. We don't want to be all clumping up too much. And let's get in and amongst... What's that? Stakes. I'm just going to run through them. You know, sod it. I'll take the damage. Let's try and get a flank on one of these people. If we can. Go for our roar. Will it be enough? No, it won't. 26. It's a bit of a pain. What unit is that? You should be able to go for this guy. Fortunate you've not got a slam available. Let's just get into the clear. We should be able to... Oh, they've got a fury. Damn them. That was a good move. Let's go for my harass. People look a bit silly when they do that, really. Let's keep the attention on these guys. Oh, they're coming back. I've misclicked. Oh well, I'll take it. Let's go for that. I'm probably... Should we go for Defiance? We might as well. It's easily a one battle. I'm not too worried about that, but still. You know, it saves some of our units left alive, and it's got such a short cooldown. I might as well make use of it, haven't I, really? The enemy artillery getting stuck in isn't ideal. Come on, can we not start to get some modifiers on some of these people, please? There we go. First one ratted. There we go. Second one ratted. Now let's get out of here before we get hit by another artillery shell. We're going well. 3k damage in. The battle is strongly against us. I'm thinking cap. I'm going to type that to the team. And then basically get into the cap circle as quickly as possible. There's cavalry here, though, you see, which is a problem. We'll learn this way to try and protect our archers slightly. But please try and run to some defence. You know, come on. You have crippling shot as well if you want to use that. Oh dear. Okay, no, don't bother. Push you down here. Push you around here. I don't really want to be getting, you know, into this sort of fight, really, because I really want to be capping. Well, give me a slam. Too late. I'm not going to get much damage on them. Oh dear, that was not fair. That's a bit disappointing. Let's pull back up here. We've still got all this enemy artillery to contend with, which is going to be really tough. And there's some of those archers still left alive, which are going to be able to harass us quite a lot as well. I don't think we're going to be able to look at being able to get a cap here, to be honest. It's certainly going to be difficult. Yeah, I think it's going to be too difficult. I think it's wrong. I was going to go for the cap, but I don't think it's going to help me. Oh, these guys. Oh, I give up. I'm not protecting them. Frankly, they can just die. That's no use to me. I'm going to come down here and try and go for this artillery. At least that might start to balance our points out a little bit. What else have they got that's a threat to us? Spearmen, cavalry, 2 lots of artillery. You know, at least we can try and kill some of this stuff down. Or at the very least, burn them all. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good move or not. Let's get these 2 round here. Get some of us engaging these Romans. We should be able to start to get a flank modifier on some of these, I would have thought. Would give me? No, doesn't seem to want to give me a flanking modifier, does it? So we'll go Iron Discipline and then Defiance. There's one flank, but it's certainly not going to be enough. We are killing these Romans pretty efficiently, it has to be said, but it's actually not going to be enough for us to get a victory. And our artillery crew is escaping, and the battle's tipping further against us. Oh, it's not going quite as I'd wanted. I'm really surprised that it's given me a left flank. Not sure where that's coming from. I'm really surprised it hasn't given me a rear flank. Let's go for a slam. No. Come on, give me something. Give me something useful, please. We're killing those Romans really efficiently. It's just... oh, this is going to hurt. We'll turn around. I've actually managed to clip into the wall. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Let's try and get really far into these guys as much as we can. And they're going to go with Perseverance. Now, what does that mean for us? I don't really know how effectively we're going to be against that. That artillery, though, is proving to be the killer. It's also going to hit us for so much damage. Yeah, I feel like we're losing now against these guys. I think we've got to pull out of this combat. At least until their Oath Perseverance ends. We're going to get capped out now as well, not one thing we're going back, and this artillery is just going to be impossible for us to deal with. Their Oath Perseverance will run out, which is one thing, but it's going to be too much. I'm not going to be able to make it to this artillery cruise in time, I don't think, for me to be able to do anything effective. And presumably they've got a unit of Roman infantry as well with them. It's been a solid game. We gave it a good shot. It's just not been quite enough to tip in our favour this time, unfortunately. It'd be nice if someone could have got a decap because I would have thrown some Scorched Earth on these people. But there we go. We have lost 2 times in a row. It's not really been my day for the victories on this. But still, we gave it, as I say, we gave it a good shot. Hopefully, at least it showcases how good these Barbarian women are as a combat unit, particularly once they're fully upgraded. Really quite effective. You know, we saw that against that Roman infantry there. While it's not exactly a prime situation for that Roman infantry, obviously surrounded, but he got very little damage on us, really. The amount of damage we had to do, particularly once you start to get slams involved. And you can start to get their morale down as well. It starts to work really quite nicely. There we go, we even got a level up. So, yes, all in all, big fan, highly recommend these Barbarian infantry. Personally, I like them with Vercingetorix, but I can see how they also work with Arminius as well. And conceivably, you could even run them with Boudica, and obviously you'd probably go for the impact damage as well, because you probably become all about the charge and that sort of thing. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed all this video, guys. If you have, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for lots more Total War Arena content, and I shall see you all on the next video.